Hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. We are going to do a Friday night card pull. I've missed you all. I love posting these videos. I love when I see your comments, and it just brings me so much joy to know that you are benefiting from the messages that pour through my sweet little heart. So I just felt called to pull some cards. And in my last reading, I talked about pulling pages from one of my favorite books, and I never did it. So we're going to do that right now. And today I am feeling very triggered. So I don't know if you guys are all feeling it too, but I just feel like all of my deep-rooted fears are bubbling up to the surface. And it could be fears about life. It could be fears about finances or relationships or just all that jazz. For me, mine are very specific fears, and I'm going to keep them to myself because I don't want to share everything. Some things I like to keep private to me and my little heart to protect it, but I'm dealing with some major triggers and I'm trying to move through them, and it's not easy. And I almost feel like I don't know who I am. So I just kind of was like, I wasn't feeling motivated to create a video. I wasn't feeling motivated to even do this, but I said, you know what, Michelle, you just got to break through and just do something that lights you up, something on your joy list. So when you guys are feeling that way, I encourage you to find something that brings you joy. Okay, let's open sacred space. Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, please cleanse me so I don't bring any negative energy to my viewers. Hopefully you guys don't feel it. I know that I'm going to feel better after doing this. I did have an amazing client call with my man, Joe. Love you, buddy. I love connecting with him. Please open sacred space. Only allow the highest and whitest light in with these messages. I'm also being guided to tell you guys that I had an amazing Reiki session yesterday with a woman who was on a twin flame journey. And I don't know if you guys are all familiar with the twin flame journey, but it is very, very difficult. She's married, and this is such a cool story. So this is how the universe works and how it moves people together when they're meant to be together. So she's married, 3 young boys, all less than 10 years old. And she went on a trip down south and was hanging out with her girlfriends, and meets this guy. You know, she's not there to meet anybody. She's literally just on a vacation to hang out with her friends. And all of a sudden this guy introduced himself. He's divorced, 10 years older than her, and he's from New Jersey. She's from New Jersey. He's from New Jersey. They meet in another state. Then they come back, you know, I think they both are in real estate. He gave her his business card, you know, just to like maybe collaborate or something. And they didn't think anything of it. Came back to New Jersey. He messaged her. And now it's like they cannot stop messaging each other and seeing each other and being with each other. And she came to me for a session because she just recently told her husband that like, hey, you know, our marriage has been wonderful. There's been no fighting. There's been no chaos. But deep down in her heart, she knows that the passion she feels with her twin, this guy that she just met, is undeniable. It's like everything in her body is saying yes to this. And it's not just this, the physical is amazing. As you guys know, with twin flames, it's like, it's something we've never felt before. It's passion that you know, people talk about it in books and in movies, and it does exist. So she just knew in her heart that her marriage was, you know, it was here. It was just normal. It was just coasting. And she's a brave soul. She was sitting on my Reiki table telling me that she just told her husband that she, you know, wants to separate and that she's not happy. And she knows that there's somebody out there better for him and for her. And he is like gripping on and doesn't want her to go. And he's doing everything. He's like throwing money at her. He's throwing like cars and stuff and trying to keep her to, you know, to get her to stay. And that's that karmic energy. You know, those people are so scared of growth that they'll do anything to keep you from leaving them because they fear change and they fear not being able to do it on their own. But that's part of your contract. Your soul contract was to be married to that person. And then you're supposed to go off and be with your twin or your deep connected soulmate, whatever you want to call it. But part of your contract is to cut the cord to allow that other person to also go be with their twin or their soulmate. So you're hindering your partner by staying in a mediocre kind of like friendship type of marriage. You're killing both of you emotionally, physically, and spiritually because you're not allowing each other to grow. And she is so brave and she did it. And she just was like, you know, this is going to be a hard road. She's like, I know it's going to get messy. I know it's going to get hard, but she was like coming to Reiki for the healing. And this is happening everywhere. But isn't it magical? The universe brought her person in another state. And it's just a story that could be in a book. And that's what happens on the twin flame journey. And that's what happens in the world. If you're waiting on your special person, you guys, hold the line. The universe will align and it will bring you to your person. You won't have to do anything. You're not going to have to do dating apps. You're not going to have to, I mean, people do meet on those things, but again, I believe that they're guided. So yes, this situation for my client is messy because she has to get divorced and she kind of met somebody before she was getting divorced. But this is part of life. This is part of lessons. This is part of healing and choosing. She had to choose herself in that moment and say, listen, this marriage is not an example I want to set for my 3 kids. So choosing me might look selfish to everybody around her. She said her parents were giving her a really hard time. She just told her parents, but she's an adult. Her parents' opinions should not matter. She goes to bed with herself each night and she is in charge of her happiness. Everybody else's opinion should not matter. And that's what she's breaking through right now. And I'm high-fiving her because she is doing such an amazing job. And it's so unique that the universe keeps bringing me people in readings and in Reiki sessions and YouTube manifesting coaching sessions. I keep getting twin flames. It seems to be a theme for me. And I know I'm a twin. And I thought that many people were my twin in the past. But it is not an easy journey. You know, you feel what you feel and you can't help it. And when the universe wants you to be together, it'll literally give you this feeling of anxiety or fear until you go and satisfy that need and be with that person. So it's going to be pretty painful if you don't move in that direction, just like she was experiencing the pain of not being with her person after she already met him. She's like, it was literally so painful. So just a little opening for this reading. So I felt guided to share that for anybody else that's going through it. Don't have any kind of shame or guilt if you're already in a relationship and you've met somebody new. It's just how the universe works. There's always a big struggle at the start of a twin flame journey because the twins have to work together to endure that tough time. And that builds their connection even stronger because then they support each other through the fear, through the anxiety, through the changes, and they rebuild their lives together. Okay. We got, I am always safe. When you hold your emotions down or hold things in, you create havoc within you. Love yourself enough to allow yourself to feel your emotions. Addictions like alcohol mask the emotions so that you don't feel. Allow your feelings to come to the surface. You may have to process quite a bit of old stuff. Start doing some affirmations for yourself so that you can do this easily, smoothly, and comfortably. Affirm that you are willing to feel your true emotions, and most importantly, keep telling yourself that you are safe. This is one of my favorite things to say to my clients, to myself, to my friends and family. Hand on the chest and say, you are safe, you are loved, everything is going to be okay. And when I'm giving Reiki to my clients, my hands are on their head and I'm internally saying, you're safe. You're going to be guided. Everything always works out for you. And I'm saying those mantras as I'm feeding them energy. So if you're in a situation in your life where you're like, I don't know what I'm doing, I don't know where I want to go next, you're just confused, just know that you're safe. And just like that couple met in down south, you will be guided to your next steps, just like they were. She was guided down there. She met him. She was guided back. She was guided to speak her truth to her husband. She never thought she could do it, but she just was like, I am alive for the first time in my life. And I refuse to stay in this, which does not feel like, it feels like death to her. It just feels like numb. So When we choose ourselves, we get rewarded and we know that we are safe along the way. It says, release the emotional attachment to beliefs from the past so that they don't hurt you. And the belief is, for her situation, and for any of you out there that are going through this, the belief is that we have to stay in things because it's the right thing to do. We have to unlearn that, okay? We have to cut that cord. That is not our truest nature. It says, if you live fully in the moment, you cannot be hurt by the past, no matter what it was. So when you live in the present moment, you continue to choose you and choose to love yourself and to love your family and to make decisions to set yourself up to be in your joy, regardless of what anybody else thinks, even your kids. If you are not well, and if you are not happy, you will not be alive in 10 years to take care of your kids. And that's what you need to think about. You need to think about your future, and you need to think about, your well-being, and how can you choose yourself and nurture yourself in this moment to provide that safety and that love for you and your family. And sometimes it's making big decisions. Sometimes it's doing the healing work and staying in a partnership and really talking to your partner and saying, hey, we do have love here. We do have passion, but it just kind of dwindled. Let's rekindle this. Let's work on this. But if you're in something where there's no rekindling it, you cannot stay. Please, I've seen it over and over again with my clients, and I'm seeing people waking up and taking action, and it's so rewarding. It is like, I'm telling you, every time I get a client that's going through this situation, it's textbook. It's the same. It's like a broken record, actually. It's like the same thing over and over again. And I'm like, all right, God, why are you bringing these people to me? What do I have to give that they need? And it's literally my experience with coaching other people through it. And it's just a theme. We have to choose ourselves and our happiness. And when we do, we get rewarded. Remember that. All right, Course in Miracles deck to start. Here we go. All right, so this one flipped over. I saw the pink. I thank my Father for his gifts to me. Each day, 1,000 treasures come to me with every passing moment. I am blessed with gifts throughout the day in value far beyond all things of which I can conceive. These are the little miracles that are happening to you throughout the day. Are you recognizing it? Are you seeing it? Are you being grateful for it? This is what I'm saying, how you are going to be taken care of. You're safe. When you see the miracles that are happening all around you, that's when you know that when you make change in your life, that magic carpet is going to show up, and it's going to take you to your next destination. It's going to take you to your next person. It's going to help you alleviate all of your stress. I just did a coaching call with my client, and we were talking about how painful it is. He's going through this situation where he has to really let go of the need to know what's going to happen with his connection. And he recently made contact with his person, and it's slow moving, and it's like tiptoeing with text messages, one line here, one line there. And he's terrified he's going to mess it up. He's like, I don't want to say the wrong thing. And I'm trying to let him just drop his shoulders, relax, and just know that the universe will literally bring you together if you're meant to be together. There's nothing you can do to screw it up. So if you're out there in that situation and you're needing to just trust the process and trust that somebody's going to be there, you can trust that. You can let go, but it's not easy. Him and I were both talking about both of our own fears around love and getting our heart broken and being jealous and having all these insecurities. And I know I have this pattern of when I meet somebody new, or if I'm with somebody, I always want to assign somebody else to them. I always want to say oh, are you sure you don't like her? It's like I'm literally sabotaging myself, saying you should go be with her because I'm not good enough for you. Why do I do that? It's a deep rooted fear that I want them to leave me before they leave me, before it's their choice. I kind of want to push them away so that I don't get hurt. And that's terrible. So that is something that I have to work through. And I hope me sharing my fears helps you see what your sabotaging behaviors are. We all have it. We all say things like, you're too good for me, or you should go be with so-and-so, or I see a connection with you and her, or you and him. And it's not our place to do that. We just sit here, we love ourselves, we recognize the pattern, And then we partner up with somebody who we can speak about our patterns with. And we can say, hey, I'm feeling triggered. I'm feeling like I want to push you away right now. I don't know what to do with these feelings. Can you please just honor them and see me in my shadow and forgive me, because I love you and I want to be with you, but I'm just scared. I'm scared I'm going to get hurt. Can you just comfort me? And that's something that I have to work through and you have to work through, is we have to work through that fear. And a lot of people that want to manifest and they want to like have all these wonderful things and the dream partner, but are you going to keep it? Are you not going to sabotage it? Because we all have those patterns. I'm like sweating in my house right now. Okay. Let's get an animal card. First three. Wow. We have the deer, which is all about being gentle with yourself and mothering yourself. Then we have the camel. It says, it's basically saying like you're going on a journey and you're seeing through the darkness. And if you get dehydrated along the way, if you get exhausted, if you get tired, like the twin flame journey is not easy. It is so hard. You guys are seeing the smoke. It's just from my Palo Santo. But you might get dehydrated. You might need to replenish your energy. So you have to take care of yourself. Drink lots of water, eat really healthy, take long walks at night, be with yourself, meditate, work out. Like this is not an easy journey to be on. Okay. Especially if you're going through divorce. That's the one thing that I stressed to my client, was that she needs a self-care routine. She's got to be able to manage her anxiety in the moments when she's starting to fear the terror of the change, which there's really no terror. It's just her choosing a better life for herself. And there's going to be a little movement. She's going to have to move homes. She's going to have tough conversations with her kids. And that sounds like terror, but it's really not. It's actually setting the tone for a new relationship with your kids. It's going to be on a new level. And believe it or not, divorce actually can bring you closer to your children. It can break your child open to a whole new level of emotional growth, and it gives them resilience to handle tough situations in the future. So when I have kids, I'm going to want them to experience pain, because I want them to be strong when they're my age and know that they can endure anything. I don't want to give them this cookie cutter life and be like, oh, there's, nobody's going to die around you and you're never going to get hurt and you're never going to lose a job. No, I want my kids to scrape their knees. I want my kids to get their hearts broken. I want them to experience loss at a very young age, so I can say, listen, death is not scary. We just transition, and that's all there is. And how can we look at divorce and breakups and pain as a positive, and it builds resilience? The people that don't want their kids to experience pain are people that aren't able to handle their own pain. They're not able to be in their bodies and be okay with it. And not everybody is, and that's okay. That's their path. But you're on my channel and you're on a growth journey. I was going to say growth path. So you can handle pain. And you want your children to experience life, to experience all the feelings and all the emotions. And what you can do is you can equip them with the tools to handle the pain. So as they're moving through this breakup with their parents, or they're moving through changing schools or changing homes, you give them the tools on how to do it. And what a gift that is, because if you never went through it, they wouldn't have the tools. And then when they're on their own in the future, they're not going to have to start all over and learn it all over again. They're going to have it ingrained in their body, in their subconscious, and they're going to be able to respond quickly with challenges in life and change in life. Do you guys see how magical tough experiences are for kids? They're so good. So don't fear your kids going through tough things. And then we have the fire ant, which is, it's kind of like somebody stewing on a situation and not doing anything about it. You're just overly thinking about it over and over and over again, and you're not taking action. And it's stewing. It's going to build a fire inside your belly, and you're going to have ulcers. You're not going to feel good. You're going to have anxiety. And it's just going to be like these ants in your house that you can't get rid of. And sometimes just having one small conversation will do that. And sometimes it's just a conversation with yourself. And I hope I'm not being too harsh in this reading, but I just am seeing so many of my clients choosing themselves and making a better life for themselves. And I want to motivate anybody out there that's watching that you guys can too. And look, this says make a wish. And I just heard not only with relationships, but we're going to shift gears now and just talk about, taking big steps in life, like starting a YouTube channel, or, going out and leaving your job and starting a new business, or going to work and collaborate with somebody new. Like, we can wish for it. We can ask the universe to bring us our next steps. And what I talked about in one of my previous videos is if you're having a reoccurring thought, you're sitting on the couch and you're thinking, I should start YouTube. You're driving your car, I should start YouTube. You're having a conversation with somebody, oh, Michelle, you should start YouTube. Those were all indicators of my next steps. So think about your life right now. What are some reoccurring cyclical thoughts that are coming through your mind over and over and over again? And when you're sitting here doing this and you're listening, is it, I should get divorced? Is it, I should leave my job? Is it, I should fix this at home? Is it, I should get a new car? Is it, I should start journaling more? I should change my diet? Just tonight, right now, today, morning, whenever you're watching this, do one thing to set yourself up to take action towards that thing. For me, for YouTube, it was filming one reading and just creating the channel, making a name for it, and just putting it up. That's all I did. It was January 1st, 2022, literally filmed one reading just like this. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put it up there and see what happens. I had like 20 views, posted it on my Instagram. And now it's just like slowly evolving and growing. And I'm learning new parts. Like right now, things are slow and I'm not getting a lot of views, but I don't care. I still like what I'm doing. And I know that the people that need my messages are finding them. But it took that one step of me just filming one video. I didn't have a plan of what my channel would be. I just started. So for you, it might be choosing one meal to eat that's healthier, or drinking one less coffee a day, or maybe choosing to put your sneakers on to go for a walk or to go for a workout. Don't commit to working out for the next 30 days. Just work out today and see where it takes you, and make a wish for yourself and say, universe, can you please change me into a person who can be comfortable with change? Change me into a person who can be comfortable with change. All right, we're going to use my deck, the Ever Unfolding Heart. So the deer card, I'm being drawn back to that today. And actually on my drive this morning, I saw 3 deer. And now we have the dolphin card. The dolphin is always a sign for me that something good is coming. It says, you are a healer. You are here to help the planet. It is crucial for you to be in your joy as often as you can. Your light heals. So this is you showing up in your most authentic version of yourself and saying, this is me. I am here. I'm going to shine my light. And I don't care who sees me. The dolphin just jumps out of the water and is playful and cute. And also dolphins can sometimes represent birth. I don't know if you guys have seen those videos on Instagram or on social media or on YouTube about dolphins that I think some women give birth in water, and there's in like the ocean, and it's a controlled setting, but there's like 5 or 6 dolphins around them. And there's something with their energy that allows that child to be born in a very healing state. I'm gonna have to look it up. I think there's a name for it, but I always think of that too. Like dolphins could mean birth. So if somebody's trying to get pregnant out there, or if you are going through a rebirth, maybe you don't really know who you are and you're kind of going through some change and you don't know what your purpose is, that could be this card. But your guides are saying you are a healer and you're here to help the planet. So we have to tap into that and figure out what that is. Let's do one more. How about money? Let's do abundance. Give me a card about abundance. You are never alone. If you've been feeling lost, your angels want you to trust them. They're always with you. Get excited. They are bringing you something good this week. There you go. There's your abundance. Money's going to be coming in this upcoming week. Open your arms to receive. All right, let's do a little sex magic tarot. Let's go back to the relationship stuff. All right, we have King of Pentacles. Yes, the man who has it all. If you can see this woman, she's like being sought after almost. He's like coming to get her. He's coming to save her. He's coming to protect her. And she's kind of being shy, saying, don't look, don't look. And he's like, you're safe with me. You can be yourself with me. It's okay. I'm a king. I'm not this prince that doesn't know what he's doing. I'm not this knight. So the Knight of Pentacles is different from the King of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is not mature enough yet. They're not grounded. They're still like acting out of patterns. They're still flirting with other people. They're not on their mission. They're not honorable. A king knows who he is. He's sturdy. He takes action. He leads with integrity. He watches his words. He never wants to hurt your feelings. He never wants to make you feel like you should be shameful. Because if you look at her, she seems like embarrassed and shy, and she's kind of like crossing her legs like, no, no, no. But he's like, no, you can be yourself with me. You can be raw. You can express your feelings. I can hold you. That's what he's saying. It's safe to be held. So all the ladies out there and gentlemen, you wait for that person that is grounded, that is sturdy, and that is emotionally mature to hold you. And they choose you. They consciously make an effort to be with you, to see how your day was, to nurture you, to send you love. Don't settle for anything less. Ace of Cups. This is a new beginning in love. Heck yes. So if you have somebody from your past coming back around, they are coming in to swoop you off your feet. They're going to swoop you into bed. And if you can see the big cup in the middle with the cherry on top, it's like that cherry on top kind of love. You have every single aspect of your partnership that you've been dreaming of, and you found it in this person. And it's a new person coming into your world, or a new relationship being rebuilt, kind of being reborn, like the dolphin card. The dolphin also means a blessing is on the way, which could mean birth. It could mean a marriage. It could be a new partnership. So I know for me, I'm calling in a new partner. So I feel like this one's for me. I love this one. Love, 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 love. So King of Pentacles and Ace of Cups is kind of huge, because King of Pentacles is like the ultimate person, the ultimate girl, the ultimate guy. It's like your dream person, and they're coming in fast and they're coming in hot, and it's a new beginning in love. It's something brand new, something you've never felt before. And it's like shocking at how good it is. So I know I'm going to be working on not assigning that person to somebody else and not thinking that I'm not worthy of it. I'm going to open my arms and I'm going to receive it. So I encourage you all to do the same thing. Yes. There we go. We got two. We have the Empress. This card is exactly the energy I was just talking about being in. Look at this chick. She's like, I'm just going to sit there and be badass and be hot and be sexy and smart and spiritual and all the things. And I know that my person will come, and he's going to have to work for it. And I don't mean work for sex. I mean work to be in your heart and to listen to your feelings and to have access to you. Because there's been too many times where this girl was not the Empress and she just allowed anybody into her world. No more. She is holding that fort, or that wand, and she's like, nope, no way. Love that card. Super sexy. And then here she is. She's got her man. She's pulling his hair. He's taking off her clothes. Number 5 represents change too. So that means somebody could be coming back, a changed person, and they're showing you this new version of themselves. Maybe they've done some healing. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Because remember, I talked about the Knight and the King. So this is the King. He's in a different energy now. When you first met him, he was a Knight. He was immature. He was not grounded. He didn't know what he wanted. He didn't even know who he was. He was numbing. He just wasn't present. And this could be she, obviously, for anybody out there watching, and this could be a female for you. But when they're coming back this stronger, more balanced person. So they have created massive change in their life. And it's super admirable to see somebody grow like that, isn't it? Like, don't you love when you see yourself grow? I love watching other people grow. That's why I totally believe in second chances, because people are absolutely 100% able to change. And forgiveness is, oh, wow. And we got starting fresh. A wonderful new beginning is blossoming in my life. Holy shit, you guys. You guys are getting new love. Somebody out there, you better comment below and let me know if you start on a new relationship, a new partnership. And this is the yin yang. I have a huge yin yang tapestry above my bed. I'm a big believer in balance, which is what that means. It's balancing the masculine and balancing the feminine energy, the equal give and take. So this is starting fresh, balancing the dark with the light, the contrast, seeing your shadow and being okay with having fears and saying, hey, like, this triggers me. I don't feel good about this, but I love you. Can we work through it? It's like everything coming together, and it's this like full FES type of relationship. All right, let's finish off with one more card. Let's do my Light Seers Tarot. Thank you. Balance. Holy cow. Again, thank you, universe. This is balancing the light and the dark, the masculine and the feminine. And it also could mean choices. Like, you might have some choices to make in this love connection. Maybe you're choosing between two people. Maybe you're choosing between two locations of where you're going to live. Maybe you're choosing between two different jobs, but you're starting fresh and you have a choice to make. And it's a big choice. So final card, make a wish, ask the universe for help. And the best way to deal with these kinds of choices are talking about it. You have to talk about it. Holy Toledo. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Somebody's packing their bags and they're leaving. They're coming to you. And look, Two of Cups. They're merging. This is considered the soul merge in twin flames. Two cups become one. Yeah, I'm so excited for you guys. You better report back and tell me when your king or queen has arrived and how amazing it is. And let me know of any kind of tough choices you had to make or whatever you went through. Tell me how brave you were, how courageous you were, or maybe you want to cheer on your partner and say how courageous they were. I'm shouting out my client right now from last night. She is so courageous. She is choosing herself. She's choosing this partnership, and she is not going to stay stuck, sick, and tired and just unhappy. She's finally going to have her rainbow, and she gets to wake up every single day kissing the man of her dreams, and her boys and her kids will get to see her in her joy every single day. That is living. That is living a full life, and I'm so excited for her. So please encourage your loved ones to choose themselves. I encourage all of you to make decisions to set yourself up to feel good, whether it's just eating healthier, whether it's making a decision to go somewhere that you wouldn't normally go to. Maybe you're breaking through your fears. Maybe you're going to be public speaking soon. Whatever it is, you can do it. Choose your joy. All right, lovies, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and I will see you in the next reading. All right, peace out.